Hello everyone. Today we're taking a relaxing walk through Barcelos, one of Northern Portugal's most charming and historic towns. From colorful squares and medieval streets to riverside views and centuries-old landmarks, we'll discover the highlights of this delightful destination. Along the way, we'll visit iconic sites and learn why Barcelos is famous around the world as the home of Portugal's legendary rooster. So, let's start exploring and see what makes Barcelos such a special place to visit. This historic town lies about 60 kilometers north of Porto, in the heart of the Minho region. With a history dating back to the Middle Ages, Barcelos grew into an important market town and became a key stop on the Portuguese way of the Camino de Santiago. Today, it is best known for its rich artisan traditions and the famous legend of the Rooster of Barcelos, one of Portugal's most recognizable symbols. Today, Barcelos combines its rich cultural heritage with a relaxed atmosphere, welcoming visitors with picturesque streets, historic churches, traditional pottery, lively cafes, and the scenic banks of the Cávado River. Now let's take a look at the places we'll be visiting today and then explore Barcelos together. Our walk begins here at Largo de Porta Nova, one of the most welcoming entrances to Barcelos Historic Centre. You'll immediately notice the colourful Rooster of Barcelos sculptures, the town's most famous symbol. You must listen legend of Galo de Barcelos before continuing our walk. According to local legend, a pilgrim travelling to Santiago de Compostela was wrongly accused of theft and sentenced to death. Before his execution, he declared that a roasted rooster on the judge's table would crow to prove his innocence. Miraculously, the rooster came to life and crowed, convincing the judge to stop the execution just in time. Since then, the Rooster of Barcelos has become a symbol of faith, justice, honesty, and good luck throughout Portugal. Just ahead stands the historic medieval tower, one of the few surviving sections of Barcelos' ancient walls. Beneath the tower, you'll find a traditional souvenir shop filled with beautifully painted ceramic roosters and locally crafted gifts, celebrating the town's rich artisan heritage. Behind the tower, another charming square invites visitors to relax among historic buildings and cozy cafes, making it the perfect place to begin exploring this fascinating town. We're now leaving Largo de Porta Nova behind and stepping into the charming streets of Barcelos. This is Rua António Barroso, one of the town's main shopping streets and a favorite place for both locals and visitors. As we walk along, you'll find traditional cafes, family-owned shops, and local boutiques housed in beautifully preserved historic buildings. It's the perfect place to experience the relaxed atmosphere of Barcelos, where everyday life blends seamlessly with centuries of history. We've now arrived at Teatro Gil Vicente, Barcelos' historic theatre and one of the town's most important cultural landmarks. Opened in the late 19th century, it continues to host plays, concerts, film screenings, and cultural events throughout the year. Inside, we have found a fascinating collection of traditional puppets, celebrating Portugal's rich puppetry heritage. These handcrafted figures reflect the country's long tradition of storytelling, where music, humor, and folklore have entertained audiences of all ages for generations. As we continue our walk, we arrive at Largo do Apoio, a charming square where Barcelos's historic character becomes even more apparent. Surrounded by elegant old buildings and narrow cobblestone streets, this area captures the timeless atmosphere of the town. The square is also lined with inviting cafes and outdoor terraces, where locals gather to enjoy a coffee, chat with friends, or simply watch the world go by. It's the perfect place to slow down, soak in the scenery, and experience the relaxed pace of everyday life in Barcelos. We're now passing through Jardim do Galo, a small but charming garden in the heart of Barcelos. Surrounded by flowers, shaded walkways, and colorful rooster sculptures, it offers a peaceful place to take a short break from exploring the town. Like many places in Barcelos, the garden celebrates the famous Rooster of Barcelos, a symbol of good luck and one of Portugal's most recognizable cultural icons. We're now visiting Igreja Matriz de Barcelos, the town's main parish church and one of its most important historic landmarks. It was built in the 14th century. The church has been expanded and restored over the centuries, blending Gothic architecture with later Manueline and Baroque elements. Step inside to admire its beautiful interior with old azulejos and experience the peaceful atmosphere that has welcomed worshippers and pilgrims for generations. We finally arrived at one of the most impressive stops in Barcelos Archaeological Museum. Even before stepping inside, its appearance transports us centuries back in time. This isn't a traditional museum made up of enclosed exhibition halls. Instead, it offers a unique open-air setting where history becomes part of your walk. As we look around, we can see numerous stone monuments, sculptures, and architectural fragments displayed outdoors. It almost feels as though the museum is a natural extension of the town's streets. As you explore these historic remains, you feel less like you're visiting a museum and more like you're walking through the past itself. The first things that catch our attention are the medieval stone carvings and decorative elements. Many of these pieces once adorned churches, monasteries, and other important buildings. Even after centuries, the craftsmanship and intricate details remain remarkably impressive. The museum is also located beside the ruins of the Palace of the Counts of Barcelos. These historic remains remind us just how important this area once was. Ancient stone walls, peaceful gardens, and the surrounding historic atmosphere have been thoughtfully combined to create a truly remarkable museum experience. As we continue exploring, we come across Roman artifacts, medieval inscriptions, tombstones, and beautifully carved stone crosses. Each one offers a small glimpse into how Barcelos evolved over the centuries. Even if you're not especially interested in history, these exhibits make it easy to connect with the town's fascinating past. One of my favorite things about this museum is how naturally everything is presented. Instead of walking through long indoor galleries, you're free to wander through the open-air exhibits, discovering something new around every corner. It makes the entire experience much more enjoyable and immersive. After exploring Barcelos' lively streets, cafes, and squares, this place feels like the perfect pause. Its peaceful atmosphere gives you the chance to relax while discovering the town's rich history at your own pace. Whether you're interested in history and archaeology or simply looking for a beautiful place to explore, the Barcelos Archaeological Museum is definitely worth a visit. Combining history, culture, and beautiful surroundings, it stands out as one of the most memorable highlights of any trip to Barcelos. After leaving the museum, we find ourselves in Jardim da Igreja Matriz. Decorated with colorful flowers, this beautiful garden is one of the most relaxing spots in Barcelos. As we take in the lively atmosphere of the historic square, our eyes are naturally drawn across the Cávado River. The Barcelos sign on the opposite bank immediately catches our attention. Barcelos is the historic district of Barcelos, located on the other side of the river. Its name means Little Barcelos in Portuguese. The area is also believed to be the setting of the famous legend of the Rooster of Barcelos. The two sides of the river are connected by the town's iconic medieval stone bridge. Originally built in the 14th century, the bridge served for centuries as an important crossing on regional trade routes and the Camino de Santiago pilgrimage route. Today, it is still used by both pedestrians and vehicles while preserving much of its historic character. Standing here and enjoying the peaceful river views alongside the beautiful skyline of Barcelos is one of the highlights of visiting the town. The historic buildings, the tranquil Cávado River, and this centuries-old bridge come together to show why Barcelos is considered one of the most charming historic towns in northern Portugal. Walking past the town hall, we now make our way to Largo Dom António Barroso. The town hall, officially known as Pecos do Concelho de Barcelos, is an elegant historic building that immediately catches the eye with its beautiful facade. It has served as the administrative center of Barcelos for many years. Surrounded by historic buildings, traditional cafes, and shady trees where you can sit and relax, Largo Dom António Barroso offers a peaceful atmosphere and is a wonderful place to experience the charm of everyday life in Barcelos. We're now visiting Jardim das Barrocas, formerly known as Paseo dos Assentos. With its colorful flower beds, wide lawns, and centuries-old trees providing plenty of shade. It's one of the most peaceful green spaces in Barcelos. What truly sets this garden apart, however, are the impressive stone walls surrounding it. These are not modern decorative structures, but original historic walls built together with the garden in the 18th century. Their Rococo-style design gives the park a unique character, creating a beautiful harmony between nature and history. The garden also features pleasant walking paths and a cozy cafe where visitors can relax. For anyone looking to escape the pace of the town for a while, this place feels like Barcelos' outdoor living room. Both locals and visitors come here to enjoy a leisurely walk, sip a coffee, and simply take in the peaceful atmosphere. We're now visiting one of Barcelos' most iconic landmarks, Igreja do Bom Jesus da Cruz. As soon as you step into the square, this magnificent church immediately catches your attention with its unique architecture, making it one of the town's most important religious monuments. Built in the 18th century, the church is renowned for its Baroque architecture. Its distinctive octagonal layout and elegant stonework set it apart from many other churches in Portugal. Inside, visitors are welcomed by a simple yet impressive atmosphere. With high ceilings and beautifully crafted altars decorated with intricate details. The stunning azulejo tile panels covering the walls decorate the church like works of art. The church is famous not only for its architecture, but also for the annual Festa das Cruzes festival. Every spring the square is transformed with colorful flowers and festive decorations, attracting thousands of visitors who come to Barcelos to experience this historic celebration. Today, the spacious square in front of the church, lined with cafes and places to relax, serves as a popular meeting place for both locals and visitors. We continue walking along Avenida da Liberdade, one of Barcelos' liveliest streets. Along the way, the traditional Portuguese houses, decorated with colorful azulejo tiles, give the avenue its unique character. And our tour of Barcelos comes to an end. We hope this charming Portuguese town, with its historic streets, impressive architecture, peaceful parks, and welcoming atmosphere, has left you with wonderful memories, just as it has for us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our future adventures. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on our next walking tour.